Such a terrible and savage nation whose rise will bring destruction upon the human race. The women of this nation are capable of giving birth to thousands of children. Their numbers are so vast that for every one human being there are hundreds of them. But where are these people imprisoned? Are they trapped on another planet? Was the journey of Dhul Qarnayn actually a space voyage? Today in this video we will explore the Quranic events surrounding Gog and Magog in the light of modern science and astronomy. Dhul Qarnayn was a righteous servant of Allah, and a powerful king granted authority over a vast portion of the earth. In the Holy Quran, 3 of his journeys are described. These journeys are both mysterious and full of lessons. His first journey was to Thuist where he sought water, but he did not succeed. His second journey was toward east where the sun rises. There, he encountered a nomadic and universalization and helped them. The third and most astonishing journey was towards the north. During this expedition, he reached a place known as Sadin, meaning land between two mountains. A nation lived there that spoke a language no one could understand. Dhul Qarnayn communicated with them through signs. The people told him about another nation living on the other side of the mountains whose name was Gog and Magog. They complained, "These people spread corruption and oppression across our land. Please help us take action against them." Historians have written that Gog and Magog are descendants of Japheth, the third son of Prophet Noah. Noah, peace be upon him. They were numerous, ferocious, and savage. They live like wild animals in caves, and every spring they emerge to devour crops and vegetation. So wild are they even eat human beings, wild beasts, snakes, and all forms of creatures. The people pleaded with Dhul Qarnayn, "Save us from the evil of Gog and Magog. We will offer you wealth in return." To this, Dhul Qarnayn replied, "I do not need your wealth. Allah has already granted me everything. All I ask is that you help me build a barrier between us and them, between those two mountains." Dhul Qarnayn began his work. He dug deep into the ground and laid down iron plates, then placed wood and coal between the layers and ignited a powerful fire. Once the iron was redoubled, he poured molten copper over it to seal and strengthen structure. In this way, a massive wall was constructed, so tall and sturdy that it reached the height of the surrounding mountains. This wall was incredibly strong and stable. With Gog and Magog now imprisoned behind it, it became nearly impossible for them to reach the human population. The people rejoiced and thanked Dhul Qarnayn. In response, he said, "For now, this wall will protect you from Gog and Magog. But remember, everything in this world comes to an end. One day this wall will also break down, and Gog and Magog will be released." According to the hadith, Gog and Magog tried to break through the wall every day. They dig and work tirelessly, and by the end of the day, they nearly break through. Then their leader says, "Let's finish breaking it tomorrow." However, when they return the next day, by the will of Allah, the wall has been restored to its original strength, stronger than before. But the day the appointed time arrives, one of them will say, "Let's break through the wall tomorrow. Inshallah, God willing," because they finally say, "Inshallah." By the blessing of that phrase, the wall will not be restored overnight. The next day, they will finally break through. That day will be close to the hour, the day of resurrection. Once released, Gog and Magog will spread across the earth, bringing mischief, chaos, and destruction. They will drink up all the water from springs and lakes. They will devour animals, uproot trees, and wreak havoc as they flood every hill, valley, and city on the planet. But who are Gog and Magog? Where is that wall today? Throughout history, scholars and researchers have presented various theories and interpretations. The differences in opinion are vast and span generations. Theories about Gog and Magog. 1. The Tatars and Mongols theory. Some historians believe that Gog and Magog were the Mongol and Tatar tribes that invaded Islamic lands in the 11th and 13th centuries, causing widespread destruction. 2. The Western nations theory. Others argue that Gog and Magog represent the European and American powers. In Christian eschatology, Gog and Magog are also mentioned, and some believe they refer to colonial powers that conquered and plundered large parts of the world. In the 18th and 19th centuries, another theory suggests that the Turks are the descendants of Gog and Magog as they established their rule over all of Central Asia during the Middle Ages. But this leads to the critical question, where is that great and mighty wall built by Dhul Qarnayn? Because of this mystery, many historical walls and mountain passes across various countries have been associated with the wall of Gog and Magog. These include the Great Wall of China, the Caucasus Wall, Germany's Berlin Wall, and Russia's Daryl Pass, also called the Gate of the Lens. However, None of these walls meet the specific description. They are not made of iron and molten copper, nor are they so strong that they cannot be breached. Therefore, most of these associations are considered flawed or speculative, a modern scientific theory. In recent times, some scholars and researchers have proposed a scientific syndrome of Gog and Magog that is worth considering. According to this theory, Dhul Qarnayn was not a mere human being, but an angel. This idea is supported by a historical narration. Once Imam Ali heard a man call Samin Dhul Qarnayn, and he responded with displeasure, saying, "Is it not enough for you people to name yourselves after the prophets, that now you call each other by the names of angels?" From this narration it becomes clear that Dhul Qarnayn was not Alexander the Great or Cyrus the Great as many have speculated. Rather, he was believed to be an angelic being appointed for a divine mission. In the Quran, it is mentioned that Dhul Qarnayn reached a place where the sun appeared set in a dark muddy spring. Today, with our scientific understanding, we know that the sun does not set, but rather the earth rotates, causing the illusion of sunrise and sunset. Some researchers propose that this dark muddy spring was not literal, but symbolic. They interpret it as a black hole. 1,400 years ago, people did not have the knowledge of such cosmic phenomena, so the term black water might have been used to describe what we now understand as a black hole, a place where light and matter are swallowed. As for his third journey, it is said Dhul Qarnayn reached a point where an nation lived between two barriers. Ancient historians have written these barriers as mountains, but modern interpretations suggest they could be something else entirely. Perhaps cosmic or dimensional barriers that are beyond our current understanding. Mountains, but rather a nebula. In astronomy, a nebula refers to a vast region of gas and dust in a galaxy. According to some modern interpretations, during his third journey, Dhul Qarnayn reached the outer edge or pasture field of such a nebula. It is possible that the beings living there were not human but extraterrestrial entities, perhaps intelligent life forms from another planet or dimension, who pleaded with Dhul Qarnayn to build a barrier to protect them from the menace of Gog and Magog. Despite the absence of modern technology at the time, Allah had granted Dhul Qarnayn special knowledge and mercy, enabling him to create an extraordinary air. This was not an ordinary wall made of bricks or stone, but rather a cosmic shield, a kind of atmospheric or energetic barrier. The wall was formed by the smelting of iron and copper, elements mentioned in the Quran, which may have interacted with the unique space environment to form a type of invisible or semi-visible force field. This barrier surrounded the entire planet or realm where Gog and Magog resided, effectively imprisoning them, cut off from the rest of the cosmos. In short, this journey of Dhul Qarnayn was not just a terrestrial expedition. It may have been both a journey through space and a journey through time. Modern science supports the possibility of such phenomena. Today, scientists theorize the existence of space-time portals such as wormholes, which may allow for interdimensional or time travel. If such portals exist, it becomes plausible that Gog and Magog are not present in our world, but are instead trapped on another planet in a parallel dimension or a different time millennia altogether. This idea also explains a critical issue in our current world where the human population has reached billions. The presence of Gog and Magog, described as a nation so numerous that they would drink entire lakes dry, seems logistically impossible. Every continent, island, and region on Earth has now been discovered. There is no hidden corner of the planet where such a massive and savage nation could remain undetected. So the theory that they reals were either in another dimension or on a distant, isolated world is not only logical, but increasingly credible.